Gambler's Hall 50.
Oh, Gambler. Yeah, you're right. It is Gambler.
I don't know where I pulled that one from.
I don't know either.
Just memory.
And it's a bunch of gems from
Yeah.
Gambler's Hall.
Yeah.
You remember something?
We
like
also had
that
some
when
other
you
stuff, but
grew
I
up
may
in
have
a
identified that at some point and then dispersed it.
I think so. Because you did do some identifications.
You're a dude.
You're a dude, I'm a dude. We're all dudes.
I also
Does
have,
that mean
I do have access to
Fantastic.
it.
No, you're not attached.
I also have Gambler's Hall
Dude,
22
it's not
on.
gender specific.
I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all just dudes.
Alright,
Yeah.
Dude.
Guy,
Yes.
he's the only one with the plan?
you
Gambler
no,
Hall, 36
Robot, Robot did as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Guy, you enter Wizard Tower Square, and it is very much a
I took a couple spells for
very clean shop. The area you enter the building, and the building is like very large, but the showroom, so to speak, consists of a couple of shelves, which are covered in items, a few racks with scrolls. There are some assorted weapons and armors that are on racks, and some potions. Robot,
Yo.
you're going to the Steel Sentinel, correct?
Crazy place?
Crazy place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You open the door to the Steel Sentinel, and this shop is the fucking Rad Cove Magic Shop. There is just things everywhere. However, of note is a strange golem standing just inside the door that turns and looks at you and in a robotic voice says, "Welcome to the Steel Sentinel."
Thanks.
On the far side, from behind the counter, and it's a very short counter, you hear a crash, and this disheveled halfling comes out and goes, "Oh, welcome, welcome, come in, come in! Not often we have travelers. Feel free, browse the wares."
I was curious. Let's take a look.
We're in the temple.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going into town.
Yeah. What's the temperature in town?
It's it's early fall, so it's still pretty nice out. It's not like you guys need to bundle up in your direwolf cloaks.
Damn it. Use it as cover.
I'm going to go find out where the resurrection is.
Alright, so you're going into town.
Yeah.
Is anybody else? You're going into town as well. Your turn.
Yes.
I'm gonna head to the shop that Robot went to.
There are other shops in this one.
Yeah. I am gonna go trade in these gems.
Are you going to buy at one of the shops that these guys are at, or?
No, at the other shop in southern, what have you, that,
You want to go to the South Market?
yeah.
We need gold to platinum.
5 platinum for one gold.
Wait, what?
5 platinum for one gold.
5 platinum for 1 gold.
5 gold to 1 platinum?
Or that's what I mean. 5 gold to 1 platinum. Sorry.
Had some confusion there.
There's that weird point in history where silver is more valuable than gold. Actually happened. China. And people made a lot of fucking money.
I'm actually gonna go to the inn first.
Just the standalone inn. There's an inn that's by itself, independent of the taverns. And generally, most taverns have
And in the
some kind of sleeping.
No, just the standalone inn.
The
is what-
standalone inn. The Broken Mast Inn is the one building that stands in between the shops and the harbor warehouse is. It's kind of by itself, and the road kind of thins as you approach. You travel further down, and it's an area that is wide enough to have a pretty substantial sized building. The building itself is well kept. The exterior, it's clean. The sign is well painted. It doesn't look garish, but at the same time, it's not a rundown hole. It seems accessible at the least.
Did I pass any of the taverns on my way here? I'm just
The
thinking, like-
taverns. If you walk up, the inn is here. The taverns are over here.
Okay. Any of the taverns look more reputable than this?
The Golden Circlet clearly looks more reputable than this.
Okay.
The Golden Circlet is garish. It looks like something that in your past you would expect to see in an area of nobility. It's very clear that is a, upscale building. Additionally, the second thing would be, while as the Broken Tankard has two just dudes in like leather tunics and like torn up pants standing out front, it has clearly, guards that are in breastplate with spears standing out front.
We're only one class.
This is not your fantasy, this is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a fantasy.
I know that. I have a loin cloth, but they're just not. Come on. Bring a
So
banana.
your silver to gold
10 silver to 1 gold.
I'm going to go to the Golden Circlet.
And you're going to go to the Golden Circlet.
Oh, no. No way.
As you approach, the guards clearly are looking at you.
Yep.
However, they recognize the symbol of Feronius.
Okay.
Spit on you.
And they don't stop, they put the spears across, and they say, "Sir, do you have reservations?"
I do not. I'm looking to create or to get some lodging for the night.
And they're in no way are they looking at you demeaningly, and they move the spears, and one of them taps it twice, and a very elegantly dressed man comes out and he says, "Ah, sir, you're looking for accommodations. A meal, perhaps? Or were you looking for a room for me?"
Room for the evening. And a meal.
And he's clearly looking at you, and you can see the gears turning. He goes, Of course, someone of your stature will require a warm bath. Perhaps someone to take care of your armor."
I prefer to take care of my own armor, but a bath would be wonderful.
Certainly. Give me 1 moment. And he slips back inside. Comes back out. We have 3 separate rooms. One, on the main floor, consists of a main room, a sitting room, an office with a desk, a bath chamber,
And a sex room.
and a bedroom.
Yes. Bondage. Sex room.
One on the second floor is a bit simpler. It merely has a main room, a bathroom, and a bed chamber. However, it does have a stunning view of the harbor. The third room would be on the uppermost floor. It is quite spacious, typically only reserved for nobility, but one as clearly regal as yourself would feel quite at home.
I don't think we can either. For the golden name.
Would it be inappropriate to inquire as to the price of the second room?
Oh, certainly not. Frugility often leads the most wealthy to their hoards. The room on the second floor is a mere 75 gold tonight. Of course, along with that, our kitchen staff will serve you a fine dinner in the room, and should you require any other Suntrees, feel free to inquire.
Some extra amenities.
Perhaps
Oh,
an
sure.
Abba boy.
I need my armor polished, if you know what I mean. My spear.
Very hard to handle.
Extra care given to the helm.
I'm going to politely. The most polite way to say I'll think about it and I'll come back.
Of course, sir, of course, sir. We understand that sometimes temple matters come before finding lodging.
Indeed.
It's like, I can't afford that. What the fuck? Get out of here.
I'm a poor paladin.
You're fucking crazy! Stab.
Evil! Usury!
I demand justice. Smite.
You have offended my honor.
Alright, so everybody other than those three went into town, or did you? You went to the shop with them.
Yeah.
But everybody else is going into the city proper.
Yep.
So the rest of you approach the customs tunnel, basically. And as you could kind of tell from a distance,
About
the beginning of it is
7,000
just
gold.
an overlay.
I got about 5.
And inside, there's a cart path, and clearly labeled an entrance on the left and an exit on the right. In front of the entrance and the exit, on either side, there's 2 guards. One a dwarf, one a human, in full plate, wearing the emblem that by this point you would have determined is the town guard of Balsha. But they're paying really no attention to the people that travel past.
Wait, would they be Bolsheviks?
Yes.
Okay. Carry on.
All Japanese. Oh, as I approach, Manchi, Himanch, is kind of like right here. Like it looks like it's draped, but I would know that it's kind of like looking around. I think.
Judging.
I don't know. If I
Like,
pass
that's
by
your
the
own
dwarf
pet.
and kind of like look him over, like seeing if I recognize him or anything like that.
He to you, he definitely does not have features similar to the dwarves
From my
from your homeland.
Okay. Huh? It's all the different beards.
Yeah.
His beard goes like this, and mine goes like that.
But
I
you
know
can
that's-
tell he's still very proud. I mean, he still wears the accoutrements of his clan.
What kind of weapons are they brandishing?
They both have long swords and shields. They're
Okay,
just
standard fare. What's like so does this lead like the main thoroughfare, or is this like a?
you're basically you come up and it's just an eave, and inside there's a door, entrance door, and an exit door, and then the wagon path up the middle that are all closed. And it's an enclosed building that kind of makes a tunnel that travels up to the city proper.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the dwarf. Like, I need to find the resurrection temple.
Right this way, sir. And he opens the door. Says, "Stop at the customs desk inside. Declare your possessions, and you'll be allowed entrance into the city."
Okay.
And with the door open, you can see there's basically it's a chute more or less. And on the left side, there's a low counter with several clerks, human clerks behind with
Am I in
various
the
piles of paper.
anti-magic field yet?
Nothing that you've noticed.
Okay. So I go up to the desk and say, like, I'm here to visit the Temple of Resurrection. I got a friend that needs to be.
Got kind of
Obviously.
The human goes, "Oh, it's not a very often request we have here. It's quite pricey, but I understand, sir." And he gives you a paper. He goes, "Please just fill this out." And it has like, what are you bringing in the? What's your estimated worth of what you're bringing into the city? Do you have any items of extreme value? Your purpose of being there. basically things that you should declare. You know, what are you declaring you're bringing into the city? And it also has just, you know, where was your original port of call? Where are you coming from?
Home.
I look at Monch, I'm like, not. And I write up my basic shit that I have on me. I don't really have much. I mean,
Right.
I have my armor, which I think is like, I don't know if it's, I think it's just basic plate. My overall value.
It's just you're going to list what your actual approximate value is, other than you're not declaring Monch.
Unlimited.
Yeah. Well, I got Tomadril shit too, so quite a bit.
You think you're the most valuable thing in the world, so you have no limit.
You know, for where I hail from, I use the first city that we departed. I don't use my natural hometown. Purpose for being here, resurrecting a dead employer.
And once you've filled out the paperwork, you know, he takes it. He looks at you when he reads dead employer. He's like, chunk, chunk, and he files it. And he goes, "You may go. Follow the path up. You'll emerge in the city. First time here.
Yes.
You'll emerge in the port market. The port market can be bustling this time of day. Continue north. It'll take you into the Marshall District. Follow the main way through the Marshall District. It will wrap around the towers, through the Council District, out into the Arts District, which will eventually end in Temple Way. Good luck, sir."
Sounds like a long way.
There is some distance, yes.
He's just gonna stop at a tavern.
Is there any carts? Are there any carriages?
Perhaps on the edge of the port market you may find something.
Rickshaws?
However, this time of day it's so bustling that they're hit and miss.
Thank you. I scurry out the door with my little legs.
And you take it takes quite some time actually to make it up this. It just continues at an incline, and it just continues. And it's just once you get past the desks, it opens up, and it's probably you could travel 6 or 7 abreast.
Mm.
But it's just a chute. It's a fucking cattle chute, and it ends in a doorway.
Okay. I get to the doorway.
Yep.
My two characters go through and are pretty forthcoming as well.
Okay.
Declare things. Like Nathan will say that he's from one of the later cities he's been into, not listing his first one either. Other than that,
when you reach the door and you open it, you're immediately just assailed with noise, and it opens into this bustling market, and it's people, you know, there's shopkeepers at stands that are just hollering, "Oh, sir, over here, I've got the finest wares," you know, yelling at people that are wandering the market, and it's very boisterous. It's a very loud market. The sun is shining, and you get different smells of foods cooking.
All the things Jordan loves. Just
and also
not worth it.
Just clearly patrolling this, you do
You
see
see me on your way out. This is yours now.
members of the town guard, primarily dwarves, although there are a handful of humans with truncheons, just kind of patrolling the market.
Shot at glance the rogue. Take a step off the door, off of the path, and like, God damn it. I hate this city.
it is a bit much.
Yeah.
Directly ahead of you, once you've stepped out of the door and get clear of the awning, you can see the spires, the 5 towers in the center, just shooting upwards. Also, you can tell that behind you, once you're out of the awning, you have gigantic, just huge stone walls protruding straight up. Additionally, ahead of you, which you would assume is marking the edge of the port market, is a much shorter wall, and it looks much older.
Old and new cities.
You're going with him?
Oh no, I'm just I've got to get through there, don't I, to get to where I need to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna. I mean, you're not gonna travel directly with them, but you're
Yeah.
going the same direction. And
Yeah.
you have much the same area. I'm assuming you're gonna declare what you have.
Yeah, gems and cloaks.
Where are you
scrolls.
declaring you're from?
Um,
Are you gonna declare your home as your home, or are you gonna declare somewhere else?
somewhere else. I'll pick one of the cities that we stopped at
Okay.
randomly.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Is there like a urchin child around, like, you know, panhandling with a child or something like that?
It's not really in the port market.
Okay. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for one as I make my way.
Hope I
So you're
can
heading
make
for
this
Temple
you.
Way. You're heading for the South Market.
Yeah.
Mark, where are you guys heading? You're heading for Temple Way as well?
Temple Way. Yeah.
Okay. Robot.
Yeah.
We're gonna go around and hit you 3 again.
Okay.
Or you 4.
These boots. How much for them? I don't know much.
I mean, I can tell you. I have
Yeah.
them.
For one. Yeah.
The Steel Sentinel. I'm assuming you're talking about the boots of striding and springing.
Yep.
They are 6,875 gold
I can't
pieces.
pay a gold over 2,000.
I cannot take a gold piece less than
No.
6,875 gold pieces.
2,500.
You feel a hand on your shoulder.
Really?
The
Your
golem
turn is
by
not
the
a
door is standing behind you. He's very tall.
Yep.
And I know you're a dwarf, but he's very much like you know, normally putting your hand on the shoulder of a dwarf is like this. He's like this. And he says, "Sir," very robotic, "Sir, all prices are final." And the halfling goes, "Oh, come on, Gregory. He's just trying to dick her."
I was about to say.
And rolling shit. Is that your laptop or the computer?
That's the computer over there.
They're like,
All right, Guy. Well, actually, Robot, are you going to continue to just browse? Are you going to like look down the street at other shops? There's other shops.
Yeah.
There are several. As you walk further down, there's several other. You know, there's like a few like a chandlery and your more mundane shops. Eventually, you do pass a smaller building. It looks kind of out of place. Called the Bubbling Cauldron. And just as you're passing by it, the smell, like, it doesn't stink, but it's a very odd, like, acrid smell just emanating from it. Next door to the Bubbling Cauldron is a more standardized storefront. The sign out front says The Empty Sheet, and it has like looks like a scroll on the signpost. And next door to that is a place called Elfland Oddities, which is much more artistic in appearance.
Ugh, elves.
Definitely don't like that place. I'll just go look for some supplies, food and stuff.
There's, you know, several various general stores type shops. Most of them stock what you'd expect to see, you know, on ships. However, finding trail rations and whatever you're looking for as far as mundane goods, if you search long enough, you'd be able to find.
Okay.
Guy, moving on to you.
I'm gonna try to act super charismatic and be like, your things, they're nice. I like them.
You have nice stuff here.
Nice.
The man behind the counter, you know, he clearly has a half chuckle. Yes, the wizards make fine things.
And then I'm going to walk up to the counter and I'm going to say, I heard you might buy gems.
Yes. we do from time to time purchase gems. Our preference is in trading for goods. However, should you want us to buy them for cash, I'm sure we could find someone to scrounge up the money.
I am interested in your gloves.
Gloves. More specific?
I'm gonna point at the gloves of dexterity. Say those gloves.
Doesn't actually
Eyes
do
up from across the room. Ah, you're talking gloves of dexterity plus 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, not the plus 4s?
Yeah.
Ah. Those are 7,000?
I'm going to put down an emerald, 2 tourmalines, and a topaz, and say, what would these rough out to?
Do you not know what they're worth?
I mean, I do, but some people might have different,
Opinions.
you know.
He's going to
each. I
He's
feel
going
like
to, when you set them down, he's going to get he pulls out from behind the counter. He pulls out a black sheet, and he pulls out one of the eyepieces. And he's viewing them. Then he gets out a scale and he weighs it. And he's pretty much spot on the value of all the gems, whatever I've told you before.
it's like the town of Pawn Stars. Best I can do is this.
Yeah, you're not gonna get those gloves.
No, I have other things, but
I'll trade you my body.
One whole night.
Ooh, we're sexing now?
Always sexy.
It's true. It's a
Sexy right
lifestyle.
now. You didn't know. Just holding.
Hands free.
You know.
It goes this way and that way and this way and that way.
It's a rock crystal.
Rock crystals are like tangled.
Yeah. Star Rose Quartz.
They're worth a bit more.
I'm gonna look at him and say, I don't have enough for the gloves. However,
Terrible bargainers.
would you buy these gems from?
Roll a d10.
Got a lake house. I'll sell you for a great price. You can sell me this for a great price first.
Got a timeshare on this island
Yep.
that we just at.
If I got a deal for you.
7? 90% of the value.
Let's do it.
Just went from not being encumbered to being encumbered.
No, I was.
He thanks you, and interestingly enough, he pays you primarily in platinum.
How many gold is enough platinum?
5.
5.
So if you had 1,300 times 0.9,
Yeah, it's 1,170.
divide that by 5. We can maths together.
You're in the city, so encumbrance unless you're in combat, encumbrance ultimately.
Or you're getting chased.
Or you're being chased. C-Mac?
Do you plan on having a chase?
Harassed.
I'm just walking around the shop looking.
Oh, I'm gonna make my way to another shop.
Which shop would you like to go to?
I'll go to the Elvish.
The Elvish Oddities?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're elven. But you're half elf?
Yeah.
There you go, like
When you enter the shop, there's clearly... Roll a listen.
Listen. Hi.
27.
As soon as you enter the shop, you hear a crackle, and
What a snap.
there's an elf behind the counter. And he goes, "Oh, sir, don't mind that. Just security. Feel free to browse our wares. Try not to mess up the lists into one another. I have master lists, but
Here's the.
you can just put it in the middle of the table. Robot, you can just set it in the middle of the table. It's fine. in case somebody else decides to go there. C-Mac's just wandering. Kevin.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk away from the golden circlet and go directly to the other one.
To the tavern?
Yeah. So
The broken mast inn, or are you going to
the other tavern.
the broken
The
tanker?
broken tanker. I want them to watch me do it too.
Okay. You can see the guards are just kind of like. And when you get to the broken tanker, the guys at the door don't even pay attention to you. They're just standing there. They're clearly not happy about what they're doing, but whatever. The door to the inns, or to the tavern, is already open, and it's just salt and Solavictus is the smell that emerges.
For some of us, that brings a direct smell to the heart.
Inside,
Remember that one.
inside, it's not a clean place by any means. There's various levels of sailors at various levels of drunk at tables and at the bar. There's no fire in the hearth right now, and there's two bartenders that are drawing off giant casks, filling drinks and exchanging coin inside.
Sounds more like home.
Alright, I'm gonna go sit down at the bar, order me a cheap ale.
Okay. Good thing. 'Cause that's pretty much all they have.
How much is their cheapest cheap ale?
Copper.
Oh shit.
Copper, and you get like a good tankard of it.
It's gonna be
Is it
terrible.
bad?
Take a swig. Do I throw up? I'm an adult.
It's not like
It's not as bad as
it's bad, but it's not awful. Like it's bearable.
Okay.
It definitely has a kick. You can tell that it's probably it's
Is it a homemade?
it's
Maybe they make that.
In the
it's
toilet.
like coffee, but it's got. I mean, it definitely has. It's a pungent brew.
Does
You
it
know,
raise
has
your
some strength to it.
constitution and lower your agility?
I mean, the bathtub, maybe kick you in
I'm
the
gonna inquire of this bartender as to what the room prices are here.
And he's going about helping other customers,
Yep.
and he goes, 5 copper, common room floor.
Alright.
Continues doing.
Do you have any actual rooms?
Kind of stops and looks at you. Does it look like we have actual rooms?
Alright.
It's not that these two places would be right next to each other. It's like,
Well, they go in the first one, I'm like, nope. They go in the second one, I'm like, nope. Go back to the first one.
Alright, well, I'm gonna finish my ale. Not immediate, like I'm not gonna
Take your time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little, then I'm gonna go back to the original place that I went. The actual inn.
Okay, you're gonna travel back over to
Yep.
the Broken Mast Inn.
Yep.
Alright.
It's like, ugh. Everywhere's bad. For different reasons.
yeah.
The Broken Mast Inn is very much more what you'd be accustomed to finding on the road. It's very much an inn. You enter, and there's an innkeep behind the counter. Ah, travelers. Welcome to my humble inn.
Thank you. Have you tried to get into that golden circlet place? The place is ridiculous.
You can see he kind of does a...
This place is only 30 gold.
The Golden Circlets. Gotta be royalty
Don't
to
get
stay at
above
the
it.
Golden Circlets.
Well, I'm definitely not that.
I hear you there.
How much is a room for one night?
I forget what standard prices are. We're gonna say a silver piece for a room.
A reasonable price?
8 copper to stay in the common room near the hearth. We do have some upscale accommodations, however, nothing like the Golden Circlet. Those are 7 silver pieces.
So is it 7 silver pieces for you know, and whatever they're serving, and then a bath. 'Cause that's all I really need.
Bath could be arranged. I believe there's cooked fowl tonight. We could throw that in. But
You've got yourself a deal.
Yep. I'm gonna buy a room for the night, and I'll be back later.
yes, sir. He gives you a key. He says, "The room is on the second floor. Pick." This would be. You're gonna go up the stairs, take a right, travel all the way to the end. The 3 doors at the end would be our final rooms. I've given you the key to the one on the right.
Got it.
The view is acceptable. Nothing special.
I'm not worried about the view. I'm worried about bed.
When you're ready for your bath, let us know. We'll send up hot water,
Wonderful.
fresh towels.
Thank you, good sir. May Erroneous smile upon you.
He cringes a little.